OH! Um, yeah, my name is Dr. Teague, Corey Teague, and my son is Master Teague. However, when I think about this situation, I think definitely beyond him, because I get to watch these other guys come to this program and to develop, and the things they get from being together, the things they get. You know, this football is a vehicle that develops character in these young men. It's definitely good for their mental health. It's also a vehicle for them to be able to just progress in life and then be able to also give back to their communities. And so just to see all these different guys, I can start naming names, but I love these guys. And so, I enjoy loving them as well. And so I'm here to fight for them, and just so their futures will be, what the ideal in the sense of what they want. I guess in my life, I like to think about what is true and what is honest. And when I look at this process, and I think about the way it went down and leadership and stuff like that, I think, we can't sit back and just, swallow that. That's hard to swallow. You do your best to, at least I do, I hope we all do our best to, walk a path that is decent. And so, it's just going forward and someone forcing my son and these other men to what I would say live a lie as it relates to this process and understanding the things that can be done. We see it being done. The coaches have been great in communicating with us on how things are being done. My son talks to me about it. I mean, it's just awesome how they were able to put that work in. Hard work, in my world, deserves to be rewarded. And I know that sometimes things we do may not work out. We hope, even if it is hard work, but I definitely, this is just not a clear picture on why we're getting a no. And so I'm searching for a yes. And I think that in the climate that we're in, we can have overreactions and underreactions, and I think canceling the season is an overreaction. And so what we want is a proper reaction, a right reaction. We can do it safely. It's not like we're trying to ignore what's going on. We're not doing that. We're informed in many different ways. And so all we're saying is, let's do this right, and we can move forward and not kick this can down the road and have to deal with it later.
What's going on here? So what's what makes it work, in a nutshell, just to be able to get to the truth and understand how this process was done, but then also to back up and say, hey, let's look and see how we can do this different, how maybe we should have done it in the first place. Instead of canceling and jumping all the way to spring, or maybe not even doing that, but taking it weeks at a time and try to schedule to set up that way. So it just doesn't make sense, and so we're just trying to get on the right path. We're not on the wrong path. We're not on the right path. We're on the wrong path.
You said you're missing pieces. What pieces do you feel like you guys are missing right now?
We are missing, I think, a true answer to cancelization. And we can use the word postpone. We're missing pieces to the sense of we're going to cancel and then say, hey, we're not going to play this fall. I can see if you say, okay, we had our season starting in September. Why not have the season pushed back to the 1st of October? If there were concerns, because the concerns, based on our understanding, if any team is having some issues, can be fixed. And so let's fix those things. I mean, we have time to do it. And the guys can play ball.
You've heard the idea floated this week that maybe the season starts sometime around Thanksgiving. What do you guys think about that idea? Is that, I mean, it's presumably better than January. Is that a good idea? What's an ideal situation?
It's better than January, but I don't think it's the best option. But it's better than January, so it's progress, and progress in life is good. And so I think that if we can say, okay, let's look at this Thanksgiving, after Thanksgiving, before whatever it is, I think we can also look at a month from now. We can look at a month and 2 weeks from now, because this is not something that's, because the things that's already happened, some of the teams have been doing, they can continue to do and perfect those things and have a season before Thanksgiving. So I think it's progress, but I think we can push for an earlier stage.
What has this year been like? The last 6 months been like for your family? Master obviously is rehabbing from the injury in the spring, and I would assume he's put in a whole lot of work to be ready to play this fall.
Yeah, for our family, we've been excited. Master had the injury, and you look at the situation there, and you say, okay, well, we're gonna have hope. We're people of faith, and so we have that as well. And so we say, okay, so we just follow that process. And then Master, man, he had that surgery in March, and then now, come June, he was running. I think he towards the end of May, and so he was running, and so, man, that was, a miracle. And so to see him come back and to be able to practice, when the team started practicing at full speed, and just that thing getting stronger and stronger each practice, and so he's ready to go. And so to see that taken, if you're talking about our family specifically, so to see that opportunity taken from him in the sense of starting in September, man, that's the stomach ache. And so because he's ready to go, and he still is ready to go. And so that's been our journey, in the sense as that goes. But I have hope he'll get his opportunity, and he'll do well, and so we look forward to it.
What does it mean to you to make the trip up here today and see the support from Buckeye fans out here?
Well, looking at it, I guess, in a holistic way, it means, it takes time, but we're willing to give that time. It means, man, it means a lot in the sense of just the way I feel about these guys. Like I said out there, Master's on the team, but these other guys, man, you get to know these guys, you get to know the parents in the stands, and so for us to be together like this, it's like, we're family. The brothers. The team talking about brotherhood, but this is, I don't know if it's familyhood, I guess you can call it that, but we're just to see us all together like this, and we've been together before, but to be together on one accord fighting for our sons, I think it's pretty awesome.
As well as camaraderie, you guys are also showing such leadership in this conference. What message does that send to your sons?
To our sons? Yeah, I think it's great, because I think what happened, when I even thought about that when this happened, I said, man, this is not a good example of leadership for our boys, for them to put that work in and know that it's working, and to know of other schools that are successful as well, and then to have that smacked out of your hand like that, that's not how you lead. And so hopefully they're seeing, okay, when things are not going well, you can push back in a peaceful way, and in a realistic way, in a way that uses facts and things that are true, instead of just going off of some situation that really doesn't have a foundation to stand on. So I think it's a great opportunity for them to see that.
What do you think is the best option at this point? What do you think it is that the Big Ten should do at this point?
Well, I think just what they should do is, I think the best option, first you got to get our guys back on the field and give them time enough to start training again, start practicing again, start getting football ready again. Whatever time frame that takes is the time frame they should give to start the season. So if Coach Day say, we need 4 weeks, give them 4 weeks, start the season. He might say we need 3 weeks. I know that's, but in football it takes some weeks, right? So you need your fall camp, and you need your week before the season. So I think they should ask the team how long you need, as far as preparing the guys physically and mentally, getting back in the facilities and practicing, and then that's the time, boom, season gets going.
You guys said that the next...
Which would be before Thanksgiving. It would be in October. I think. So.
You guys said the next step was to talk to President Johnson. Just what is kind of the questions you want to ask her, and what are you hoping to get from that discussion?
Well, I think some of those questions are the same questions we've had in some of the letters, just if there was a vote and how people voted, and what was the information used to make the vote? You know what I mean? So how did y'all come around to say, hey, was it more of a what I would call groupthink in the sense of we just come into a consensus so we don't get any friction? So hopefully, that didn't take place. But, just to sit down and chat with her. And plus, she's new, to the campus, but definitely trust, she was chosen to be hired, and so, thumbs up for that, and just to know her and let her know that, and I know she supports football, and just let her know we support her too, and all that, stuff like that. So just have questions, have dialogue.